What's going on, people? This is Shad Harrison. Today is another edition of Interviews with the Rebel. And Interviews with the Rebel is all about where I sit down with different creators and entrepreneurs to talk about different strategies that they use to make them successful for the most part. So today I'm actually sitting with a guy who I've been following on social media for the last probably like a year or so and been really feeling his work. Does a lot of dope stuff, a lot of stuff that I admire. So today we got my man Avery Hall, Visuals by Av. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you for having me on.
No problem, no problem. So for the people that don't know you, who are you and how do you make your money?
My name's Avery Hall. As far as what I do photography, video. I don't want to say I have one specialty. For certain, I do a broad range of stuff. Okay. But I make my money doing photography and video.
Do you lean one way or the other? Like, do you do more video and photography, or?
It's probably equal. Because most of the video shoots I'm on, I take pictures too. So I try to do a lot of stuff at one time. So
that can be a lot.
Yeah, no, trust me, I know. Yeah, trust me.
I've definitely been there before, so I had to actually lean more towards video because people are like, yo, can you come out and do photos and video? I'm like, well, I could do both, but one of them is gonna be lacking.
It is, and you can get two different invoices.
or that. Okay, all right. So let's start this off. A little icebreaker question. Which music artist do you feel like you relate to the most? And that could be as far as music, aesthetic, branding, any of that.
I have to say Wale.
Why you say that?
Probably one of the best lyricists out, but very underrated, and people don't see him coming. And then as soon as you see his work, it's like it's in your face, and you can't
miss it.
Yeah,
it's crazy you say that because I always mention Wale. Like I feel like me and him are just like very underrated, underappreciated, but sometimes. He's also very creative, but also I can get in my feelings sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can feel like, yo, why these people don't support me? So I feel like Wale most of the time. Yeah. So it's crazy that you say that because I always feel like him. All right, so what's your origin story, man? How did you get started with everything?
I had to say in high school, I took photography class because I needed to fill a period so I can get out of school early.
Okay.
And I ended up liking it. So from there, when we had to make our senior highlight tapes and stuff, they used to give us our footage. Now sitting on the computer, I was like, this is easy. I can do this. So putting those together, I stopped for a while, went off to play football, try to do business stuff.
Right.
Ended up tearing my ACL and stuff. And while I was sitting there, I was trying to figure out what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Tried working for other people, and it wasn't really working out.
What type of jobs you had?
I was doing insurance. I was at Geico. Doing
call center?
Yep. And
I know you had to hate that.
Oh, I hated it. Man. And to be honest, I really don't like talking to people that much. Doing stuff like that. So it's a job.
That's talking all day long.
Yeah, all day long, 12-hour shifts.
And you're judged on your talking.
Yeah. Graded on that.
Yeah. I worked in the call center too for 10 years, so I get it.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. So I was there. I went to another call center, and then they ended up laying my whole department off because they cut the programming for something.
Which call center was it?
It was in Chesapeake. The Sutherland Global Services. They do insurance and stuff too. So I ended up cutting the department off, and I was like, I got to do something.
Yeah.
So, ended up starting doing real estate. So when I went out and did that, I was like, well, one of the realtors asked me to start taking pictures for him. So I was like, okay, cool, I can do that. So bought a camera and started doing pictures and video, and that's how I picked it back up again.
Okay. So when you first started, what were you shooting with?
It was
your first camera.
My very first camera.
What was your first setup? Overall, your main go-to pieces that you always had.
Well, it was what the school gave me at the time.
Okay.
Being there, we had the Rebels. This was 2009. 10. I don't even remember. It was a T2,
T3, something.
Yeah. So we had those. When I bought my first camera for the real estate company, though, I wanted something that I could do video with too. But, I ended up picking up. It was the 5D Mark II.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they gave me a little budget.
Yeah, like that. That's a good camera to start off with.
Budget.
Yeah.
So I had that and just a flash. That was it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So and then some basic video lights.
What about lens? What lens would you rocking with at first?
I had a 16 to 35 just because it was real estate stuff. So you need
that
wide. A wide.
Yeah.
That was it. So.
Okay. I actually just got my 16 to 35 and loved it. Yeah.
That's my go-to lens.
Yeah. Same here. So before we kind of get into what you're doing now, what as a creative, what do you feel like is your superpower? What do you feel like is the one thing that you do better than most creatives or most photographers or videographers or whatever the case?
I have to say I feel the scene. I know a lot of people might not understand what that means, but somebody gives me a project, I look at it differently. Other than what you want me to do, I look at pretty much what I won't say what I want to do, but what I can do to make it better than what you gave me.
Okay.
Because a lot of people just get a task and that's what they do. They execute it, just give it back. But I want to put my stamp on it. So if you see some of my work, you're like, hey, he did this. He took this video. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like the one thing that stands out about what you do, and not really more so your work is superb, but I love that you shoot a lot of, I would probably see as SPEC projects, where you take an existing brand like an Off-White or Jordan, but you'll pretty much like remake a commercial and add your own spin on it.
Yeah.
Like, what was your thought process behind doing something like that?
Well, it started with my homeboy Lamont. He had asked me to do something for some Jordans for him one day, and I was like, yeah, cool, we can do that. So I went out to the ocean front. He was like, it'd be dope if we could change shoes while I was walking.
Okay.
I was like, okay, cool. I was kind of hesitant at first because I didn't want to dig into After Effects and bunch of other stuff. Like, okay, I can make it work though.
Yeah, that could be a headache.
Yeah. So so started with that. I was like, okay, cool. I can do this easily. So we brought like 5 different pair of Jordans out. Ended up wearing those, and we knocked it out. I got home, edited, and I was like, oh, this is dope. So
how did you shoot it? Just
I had 2 different cameras. I had one at the very end of the pretty much the end straight in front of him, and then I had a side angle on a Ronin.
Oh, okay.
So I was cutting between 2 different. So he would start one shoe, and then I flipped to the side angle, flip back to the front angle as he was walking. So it looked like one constant shot. Okay.
So do you feel like your creative business has grown by being able to do some of these like SPEC projects?
Yeah, actually.
Or what has been the benefit of it, I guess?
Benefit, actually just got reached out by East Bay.
Oh, really?
To do pretty much a lot of their work here. I work at one of the local boutiques. I do all their media.
Okay, which boutique?
Cream.
Okay, dope.
If you see any stuff coming out of there, it's me. So East Bay reached out to me for that. I got a chance to work with Off-White, something that's coming real soon. And then I got some other stuff I can't speak of right now, but it's gonna be big. It's gonna be
big. That's dope. So what do you feel like makes for a good, because I'm very big into like doing SPEC projects. Like I'm actually probably gonna do one either tonight or tomorrow. But what do you feel like makes for a good SPEC project, and how do you use that to probably leverage that to be able to get a paid gig somewhere?
Well, first you got to pick the right people to be in it, which is not just, hey, you want to be in a commercial type of thing. I say that, and then just figure out your target audience and what brand you want to do. Because right now, let's say we're trying to work on a Nike SPEC commercial, workout fitness type of thing. So we want to get people that are fit.
People that fit the brand.
Yeah, people that fit the brand. So, that's what I want to say a lot of people miss when they try to do SPEC stuff, but they just grab random people. You got to actually look at what type of commercials they're putting out and how to piece them together. So.
Find people that actually look like they will belong in one of the commercials.
Yep. So.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So I believe in the phrase, you have to spend money to make money, right? So what do you feel like has been the one purchase that you made that's brought in the most money for you?
I spent a lot of money.
Yeah. I feel like we all spend a good amount of money.
I'd honestly have to say it's my lights.
Okay.
I can't just pinpoint it to one light.
Yeah.
Because I went all out on lighting because lighting can make or break.
Yeah.
Make or break a whole project.
Yes. Creators, if you've been watching these last 3 episodes, pretty much everybody has said that lighting will make or break. Lighting and audio. So make sure you get some good lights. Yeah. So what type of lights do you actually use?
Aperture.
Okay.
I have the 120D.
Okay.
I got 2 of those, and I got 3 300Ds, and then.
Oh yeah, you spending some money.
Oh yeah. I got those, and then the tube lights. I bought some. I didn't buy the cheap ones off of. Even though I started with those, but I can't get the right CRI.
Oh, okay.
In them, so I got some. Can't think Nan light.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got like 6 of those right now.
Really?
And then the aperture like bricks, just to their offset colors.
Yeah. So. Okay. So I know you mentioned lighting and how trying to phrase this right. With lighting comes colors. How did you learn your color correction? Because your colors look good in your videos and stuff. So
photography.
Really?
Yeah. Sitting there in the Lightroom and Photoshop trying to tweak colors and stuff. That's honestly how I learned it. So I take a picture and how do I make this video look like this picture?
Right.
Yeah. So.
How long did it take you to actually get that down pat?
Good at it?
Yeah. Because some people don't do it. Like I've actually told myself I need to get better at coloring. I just haven't had the time to just sit there and just kind of, fiddle with it. But
yeah, I'm still getting better at it. I'm still learning. But to get like decent at it probably took me over a year.
Really?
Yeah, it's harder to it's a lot harder to color video than pictures, and a lot of people delving into that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm gonna make this look like this. I'm like, nah. Especially when lighting's changing and people are moving and stuff, it's harder to lock it in.
Yeah. You go one place and it's completely different with shadows and everything, or it could be blown out and you gotta try to bring that back. So it could be completely a hassle with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the people that look at your page, what is your setup now? Like what is your kit? What's in your camera bag?
My camera bag?
Yeah.
Right now, primarily use my Sony A7 III, A7R4.
Okay.
For, I want to say lower end stuff, but stuff I know I need to get back quickly.
Yeah.
I got a Blackmagic 6K in there.
Okay.
And then as far as lenses go, 16 to 35, that's what most of my stuff shot on.
Really?
24 to 70, and I got a 70 to 200.
Okay. Yeah. So speak about this Blackmagic. Like I'm not even like a gearhead, but I hear that from the people I've seen use Blackmagic, like one of the guys, Virtue, he shoots with that. Another one of my guys, Joe Walters, he shoots with a Blackmagic, and they're kind of like daunting a little bit. Like they're like massive compared to a regular like mirrorless camera.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, what are the pros and cons of the Blackmagic?
Well, I want to start off by saying, like, with that, because people I still want to take pictures and stuff. Don't buy one if you want
to because you can't do pictures on it, right?
No, you can take a still, but it's
not good.
No.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, I start with that. But the camera, for the price and the cinema quality that you got of it, you can't beat it.
Okay.
That's one of the pros. I guess the con is the size of it would be one of the cons.
It's massive.
And I know a lot of people nowadays rely on autofocus.
Ain't no autofocus.
There's no autofocus. You got to pull focus or have somebody with you to pull focus when you're doing it. Otherwise, you're just going to lock your shot off, and that's what you got.
Yeah.
So if you rely on autofocus, I'd say don't get it. But
okay. Yeah, I don't think I could ever do that. Like, especially like doing like a lot of like real estate or commercials. I feel like I still need that autofocus, and it's just too bulky for my like running gun setup that I have. So, but that joint is like massive. But the image on it looks crazy though.
Yeah, even if you go with a handheld setup as long as you get a lens with a stabilizer,
you should be straight.
You should be straight, and then as far as pulling focus, you can just left hand, right hand.
Do it, yourself. Okay. So, this show to me is all about kind of helping people who are trying to come up, because along the way, like when I first started out, like there was really nobody kind of teaching me the ropes or how to shoot or anything. So I pretty much just had to learn on the fly. And then after a while, I kind of started to come across some people who kind of pointed me in the right direction. Yeah. So when you first started out, what was the biggest L that you took? And what did you actually learn from that?
Okay. So when I first got back doing this, took on a real estate job. I shouldn't have took it on. It was a multi-million-dollar property.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to do the video and photography, both. I was like, hey, I can do it. I've done this before.
Yeah.
They paid me X amount of dollars to give them product. It didn't go as planned. Pictures didn't look that good. The lighting sucked. And it was raining that day when I went out there to shoot it too. So the house had a lot of windows. So it kind of took away the natural light for a lot of stuff. Pretty much I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I should have brought lights to do it all other stuff. And they ended up just not paying me at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you actually take away from that?
Just be prepared. Don't take on a task if you know you can't do it. I won't say if you know you can't do it, but if you honestly feel like you can't do it, don't do it or ask for help. Because I could have asked for help because I knew 2 other people that could have came out and helped me. I was like, nah, I got this.
So your pride got in the way.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you feel like for those people that say you got to fake it till you make it, though?
I don't fake anything.
Yeah.
See what you get, but I know people like try to make it seem like they're out here doing stuff, but it gets you in a bind when somebody hits you up for a project and you show up and you don't know what you're doing. They can tell that you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. I feel like when I first started out, I was definitely the guy that probably faked it till you make it. And I don't feel like I've messed up any projects because I felt like what I took on was all stuff that I could do by myself. But now I got into the phase where I don't hesitate to ask for help, or, even if it's just too much for me to kind of do by myself, I'm gonna reach out like, hey, I just need somebody, just a different set of eyes on set with me, or, I need somebody to come help with the lighting and stuff like that. I feel like as creatives and probably just as men and black men, we have a hard time like really just reaching out for help when you got people in your corner that's willing to kind of come out and make sure that, you good with whatever you got going on. So
yeah, and it took me a while to do that, but I got a good group of friends behind me. Marcus, Fame, Virtue, all those. If I need help, I just hit them up.
Yeah.
We always do that with each other. So
okay.
Yep.
So speaking of which, what do you feel like is the importance, or why do you feel like people should actually like link up with other creatives? Because I see that you do it. I actually recently started doing it in the past year, and I feel like it's like really helped me as a creative and helped my business. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, we live in an Instagram society, so you get a tag on somebody else's post like, hey, this guy does this, and they might hit you up for something. But honestly, it's just the camaraderie. It feels good to work with a team of people. And if you're stuck on an idea, you can't figure it out, you sit in a room with 2 or 3 other people, boom, you can figure it out easily.
Yeah.
And it takes a load off when it comes to, editing, trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
You can delegate who does what.
Right.
So if I'm focusing on getting this shot, but I need to look at it, I can just have, hey, can you DP this for me? I can overwatch, and I'll sit there and edit everything. I already know how it's going to go. So.
Okay. So, I don't know. I was just flowing. That's a question I got. All right. So, I feel like with being a creative, a lot of it, there's certain things that you can actually do that's going to lead to success, especially as a videographer or photographer. What are like the 3 tangible things that you feel like any creative could do and is going to lead them to have a successful career? Like, what do you feel like is the blueprint to be either photographer or a videographer?
First thing is just go out and shoot. You don't even have to have anything to shoot. Just go out and do something. If you got some family members, just pull them.
Right.
Like, hey, can you help me with this? Can you be my subject? So that's the first thing. Second thing is take classes.
Okay.
YouTube University is your biggest friend. Even with Skillshare, it's $10, $19 a month.
Have you actually done like a Skillshare class?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
After Effects. So After Effects and InDesign.
I don't touch neither one of those, so and that's why.
Yeah, and I had to for some of the projects and stuff I was doing. It actually led me to do other stuff with it. I can go in and make assets and stuff like that. So those, I say one of those two, and then the third thing is, like I said, ask for help. So whether it be somebody you know, a YouTuber or somebody, a lot of the YouTubers I follow, they respond to their comments if you got a question or something about something, but I say ask for help. So if you're stuck on how to shoot at f2.8 or something like that, you don't understand how your ISO in that matchup, either, like I said, YouTube University, or just ask for help.
Okay. All right, so got a couple more questions before we wrap this up. How long have you been shooting?
All together, I'd say probably like 10 years.
10 years, okay.
But consistently the last 4. So,
okay. So what advice would you give yourself from, say, about 4 years, 2015, 2016?
I would tell myself then, put my foot on the gas back then, instead of just saying, I'll do it, I'm gonna start. Never start. Yeah. That was the issue I had. I still have the issue now. I've been trying to get a YouTube page up for forever. For it. And then you sit there, you do a whole video, you edit it, you look at it, and like, nah, I don't want to put that up. So I got mad videos and stuff, but that's what I'll tell myself. Just start. Just do it. Instead of thinking about what other people's going to say about it. People say you can't make money doing that, this, that, and the third. And I think that was my biggest say roadblock, just listening to other people saying I wasn't going to be able to make it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, you good. I know you're killing it now, so yeah, so you're straight. All right, so what's coming up for you?
I got something in East Bay that's about to come up, and then I have 2 big projects.
So you can't talk about that.
Can't talk about those now. I can tell you off camera. But, I got 2 real big projects about to come up, and those are going to be
pretty awesome. Pretty
good. I got some the music artist on one of them.
Okay.
It's going to be good, and then another one is for a company. So. Okay.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself? What's the ultimate goal for Avery? Like, what's the 5-10 year roadmap, or not roadmap, destination for you?
5 year. I honestly want to start a creative center, which I've been looking into buildings and stuff to do that. I want somewhere like 3,000, 4,000 square feet. I know that sounds big, but places where you got sets in there.
Right.
Kids can come after school and learn photography, video, and sit there and edit and do other stuff like that. So that's on my 5 year plan. And then also shoot a movie.
Really?
Yeah. So
I feel like you can do that now, though.
Yeah, I can, but I'm trying to put some pieces together. But that's in the next 5 years, I'm going to do that. We already got some scripts and stuff written up. 10 year though, I want that creative center to expand. So I'm looking to have it probably like 3 or 4 different states. And honestly, at that point, if I can step back from shooting full time and just focus on teaching other people and getting them built up, that's really what I'm looking forward to doing.
Okay. That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to do something similar to that. We'll talk offline for that. All right, so where can people find you, man?
Instagram is Visuals by Ave. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. And then same thing for Facebook. I got a page up there. And website is visualsbyave.gallery.
Gotcha. All right, well, I definitely appreciate you coming out here today and, taking part in this interview.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, trying to just learn as much more about, different creatives in the area. So there's no better way of doing it, just sitting down and just having a conversation.
Yes. So thank you for having me.
No problem. So you guys, if you like this conversation, please consider subscribing to the channel. Please consider following Avery as well as myself. And that's pretty much it. So another interview coming next week. and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that.